Hey everyone, all these guys are welcome back to a brand new video, and today I've got something a little bit different for you guys. You guys know I love to do the reaction videos, and they're very fun, and I react to music that I listen to and artists that I like. And about a week ago, literally, like exactly a week ago, one of my favorite artists as of recently, named Ekoh. Sorry, this is not what I wanted. Okay, named Ekoh. Sorry, named I can't show you all that. Named Ekoh has released a new album called Look What You Made. And it has about 11 songs on it, and it's more of an alternative kind of rock style album. Um, and I have heard all of these songs. The thing is, though, I wanted to do a reaction to the ones that he hadn't released as singles, like a first reaction like I normally do. But I ended up just listening to it with my friend, so I actually wasn't able to do a reaction. But he gave me an idea and was like, you should just, I know you've listened to it with me, but you can do like an album review or a track review. So that's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna split this video up into parts because it's a lot. There's actually a lot more that goes into making this than you might think. I got notes right here. I re-listen to the songs and write stuff down that I want to talk about on the song specifically that I want to, get down and talk about. So there's more that goes into this than what you might think. So I would upload them all as just kind of one video and this big album review, but I figured I'm gonna just go ahead and get this one out so that I can just kind of work on the other ones, because this is a lot more involved than I thought it would be. I have pages of notes right now. But I'm gonna be doing the first two songs in this one video, which is Fentanyl and 21st Century Meltdown. Right? So we're gonna start off with Fentanyl because, and I'm gonna go and take a look at the lyrics right here, but because obviously it's the first song, and we're gonna go in order. So I just want to say first off, the whole Look What You Made album has a great message behind it, and I really like the theme and vibe of the album overall. Most of the songs in here are start off somber or slow and then pick up near the end, or they stay slow the whole way through, or they pick up from the get-go and stay that way. And honestly, they all have a bunch of different styles, but it's all kind of the same vibe, which is a good thing. So I've got some stuff that I want to talk about. He says here, what do you say when you feel you've said it all? That's just like an excellent quote, if I'm being completely honest, and it's very relatable. Like in terms of, if you're trying to help someone through something and they're not like listening, like what do you say when you feel you've said it all? Like if they're not listening, there's just no point, right? And also another thing, it's just, this is just kind of off the top of my head, is I really like the acoustic guitar picking in the song as the melody. It's like actually really good. In here he says somewhere, I gotta find it, but he says his friends lie about being okay, or justify it, and they try to give excuses such as let's see. It says, I have it written down. It says that they use excuses such as just to get ahead. They take drugs just to get ahead, or it's not a problem if you're still productive. And if it's working, who am I to judge it? That's what he says. He says, if it's working, who am I to judge it? And he's got a really good point throughout this whole song. This whole song is about his friend being hooked on drugs, or specifically fentanyl and I think Adderall. Yeah, Adderall. See, faded, but they say it's just to get ahead. They're in control. So it's like they're trying to justify it, which just doesn't make any sense. Like, you shouldn't try to justify something that's just so incredibly bad for you. And it's not a problem if you're still productive, right? That's what I'm saying. And if it's working, who am I to judge it? Everyone depressed or pretending like that's the new wave. I don't know if the ones I love are effed up until it's too late. Oh, that I didn't even write that one down, but that's a really good one, because it's like it can be that way with like mental health stuff, is like you don't know what someone's going through until it's too late sometimes. Because the people that are actually going through stuff are not gonna like tell people about it. That's like one of the big things is like the people who talk about being depressed all the time or talk about being suicidal, they're not actually suicidal because they just want attention, right? And that's not me trying to be like a prick. That's like psychology. And I took a psychology class. Um so it's yeah, you don't know until it's too late. Um but yeah, I really like the final minute of the song with when it starts to pick up, it does the harder drum stuff and the guitar stuff, and it's just got so much emotion behind it. So this is one. I believe this was the lead single for the album, if I'm not mistaken. This was the first single he put out that was going on this album, and just the emotion behind it is great, and the message. It's just like, what do you say when you feel you said it? It's a really good song. It's one of my favorites on the album. Which is crazy because actually I hadn't heard this song until the album came out, so I re-listened to it. Well, I heard it when it first came out, and then and then I didn't really listen to it again until the album came out. And then when I listened to it on the album, it just felt so much it felt so different to me, you know what I mean? So, anyways, that is Fentanyl. That is a really great song. So now we're gonna move over to 21st Century Meltdown. And the first thing that I want to say about it is that it's just very somber the whole way through, actually. Um, so one of the first things he says in this is, when old friends are your enemies. That's such a really good line. That's one of his best quotes, honestly, is that old friends are like, um, it's, it's like, let's say you have friends that you've known for years and then they make some really bad decisions and they end up as not friends. It's like, that's like, I mean, there's no other way to put it. They're just your enemies. Cause like, I feel like I'm not actually saying I'm just saying words. I'm not saying anything of actual substance. Anyways, the next part is about the pills. Um, let's see. Yeah. They give me the pills. They tell me I'm good. I probably take a few more than I should. That's like, for some reason, that's why people get hooked on drugs, is because like they just keep giving them to you and they make you more addicted to it, right? Just passing the time locked in a screen, that is so relatable to me, a lot, because let's just see, like, it's very relatable sometimes, because like I wish sometimes that I could just turn my phone off and just leave it off for like months, like, actually. And maybe not even months, like maybe longer. But the thing is, I can't, because of work, because of friends. Uh, Honestly, that's it. And right now, I only have to deal with one of those things. So I probably could turn off my phone if I wanted to, because I don't really talk to anybody, and that's kind of what makes it anxiety inducing to me, is that like no one talks to me. Like I just have my phone just to have it, and it's like I look at my phone and I don't even see, no one's checking up on me, no one's doing anything. So it's like very relatable sometimes, and sometimes I think what he's talking about here is that he's just addicted to looking at his phone, which can also be very relatable to me as well. Because sometimes I'm just addicted to looking at social media like Instagram or Twitter. I recently, you guys are gonna find this out tomorrow when I upload that video. But recently I've started doing a challenge, a 30-day challenge, where I am trying to make better habits for myself. And cutting out social media is one of them. I didn't explain that in the video, but cutting out social media is one of them, because I really don't like social media. So that's part of it, probably. And oh, he talks about right here, look at the likes, oh, I'm living the dream. And that relates to another song later on the album called Famous on the Internet, which is another great one, probably one of my favorites that he's done. Yeah, look at the like. Yeah, so likes, they don't actually they just don't actually mean anything. Um, and then it goes into the hook, which is very catchy and very slow and nice, and it's just very it's very what's the word, like, it's very heartfelt, and he doesn't actually say much in the hook, but it's just it's so catchy that it feels like he's saying a lot, right? And then he talks about trust issues. I don't trust anyone. It effing sucks. Took my heart, ripped it out, ate it all. Um, yeah. So let's see. What did I wrote something about that. So I could just turn my phone off and leave it off for days. He talks about trust issues and losing your heart. It's like if you do something for someone and they just like spit all over you. Like let's say you do so much for someone and they just like completely, I can't say that. They just completely spit on you, basically. Does that make, if that makes any sense? Like it, that's kind of how it feels to me when you do something for someone. It feels like they're ripping your heart out and just like not even like acknowledging it or doing anything back. And honestly, half the time I don't expect anything back, literally. Like, but it's nice to know that it's appreciated, you know? It's bad. It's really bad to me when someone don't respect what I'm doing for them. Even if they don't give me anything, I just want them to at least respect it, you know? So that's just something that I've dealt with in the past, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to. And then he goes back into the hook, and I believe that's the end. Yeah. Okay. So that is 21st Century Meltdown and Fentanyl as a more of an in-depth track review. So let me know kind of if you guys enjoy this more in-depth track review for these songs that I do, instead of just the first reaction, which I honestly I would have done a first reaction if I wasn't listening to it with my friend. So let me know if you guys want to see more reactions, or let me know if you guys want to see more of this. Because I will do both if you want me to. It's just I want to know if people want to see this, because this actually takes a pretty long time for me to do. Just these two took like 2 hours to like write down what I want to listen to, or write down what I want to talk about, and then record it. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see more of these, because I do enjoy it, but it is a lot of work, so I want to know if you guys want to see it. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Peace.